Okay, welcome back. Let's talk about my personal experience in Malaysia. Okay, this is my work experience. I worked as a teacher mentor to primary schools in the Cebu area in a rural section. So my experience was in the education system. Okay, I did not have experience in religious organizations or in other parts of the government, but I did have experience in the education section of the government, okay, as kind of a case study. Specifically, the local schools, okay, I visited 10 schools. I had 5 mentees at 10 schools. No, I had 10 mentees at 5 schools, 2 at each school. I also visited the Board of Education and I participated in teacher training programs. Okay, personally, in my experience, the language officer in the PPD, the Board of Education, was usually available if he was not in another meeting or traveling. If he was in his office, he was always accepting of me to come and speak to him about any issues that I wanted to raise. I never tried to go above the language officer because I never needed to. That would be, I would have to contact the Board of Education in the capital, but there was no reason to go above his head. He was a very respectful and hardworking person. So also in the schools themselves, the headmasters or the principals, they were also always available. In fact, they sit in the teacher's room, okay? And they have their own classes, their own teaching responsibilities. So they were always available to all of the teachers, including myself. So yes, the power distance was not 100%. Okay, surrounding culture, I was able to access different parts of culture based on my work experience and visiting local festivals, friends. Here are some local musicians that I met because I'm also a musician and I was able to meet them at concert at a festival. I did not attend, but my wife attended a Muslim wedding. She was invited. The both of us were also invited to an Iban indigenous wedding. So she attended 2 weddings, I attended 1. And of course, we experienced the culture through food. Okay, these are representations of visual culture. Okay, and we'll talk more about hidden culture in a moment. So nearly one consideration is that nearly all of my friends were men. Yet I did have a few female friends that were indigenous Iban people that were Christian and didn't necessarily have the gender separation that Muslim cultures and other cultures have. Okay, but in general, the East Malaysians were very accepting and inviting into their homes, their groups, their personal lives. Okay. Now let's pause for a moment and then I'll talk about my experience with friends in my personal life. Okay, see you in the next video.